Just keep going and don't look back. And look forward from where you're at. There's some jealousy in your rear view. Wave hello, hello, hello. Push that pedal to the max. Count that money that's in your lap. There's some jealousy in your rear view. Hello, hello, hello.
Listen to me, young people, whatever you do, don't let people set limits for you. And this is what happens. Sometimes when you're dealing with humans, they think small and they are offended by the fact that you think big. They get offended because it makes them look bad. It's okay. Don't worry about them, though. They'll be there. They'll either celebrate you or hate you, but it doesn't make a difference. You just keep doing what you're supposed to do. You just listen to me very close. You just stay focused. Don't get caught by the cheese. If you don't hear anything else I tell you tonight, young people, don't get caught up with the cheese. See, what you got to understand, when the rat get caught, the trap is huge. And he's seeing some of his friends get hit by the trap. He knows what the trap is. Any rat that's smart, they know what the trap is. Unfortunately, sometimes they get caught up on the cheese. And so they get so consumed by the cheese, they forget about the trap. And you got to be careful. Don't focus on the cheese. Don't focus on the limitations. Don't focus on what has not been done in your family. Don't focus on what people say you can't do. You focus on the trap, and you're going to be just fine. And so I got the 4-year degree, and I figured, well, since I got the 4-year degree, and it took 12 years, and it was hard, I might as well keep going. Somebody said, Eric Thomas, you went to a small, historically black school. You got there off a GED. How dare you think you could do more? I said, I'd already failed. Why don't I fail forwards? So I went to Michigan State. They was crazy enough because I could speak. They was crazy enough to give me a fellowship. I said, okay, you going to pay for me to go to school? I could fail for free? It's a great plan. I love it. You pay for it, I fail. If it don't work out, I just go back to where I'm from. When I got to Michigan State, and I remember the first paper I got back was a 2.5. And in an advanced degree, you need at least a 3.0 to stay in the program. I got a 2.5. Professor said, you keep doing this, son. I don't think you meant to be here. I said, I don't think you know me. I said, okay, I don't have it here, but I got it here. I started watching in the classroom, and the professor kept calling Todd. Todd, great answer. I'm like, ooh, Todd, pretty deep. I don't know who Todd is, but he loved Todd. I didn't even know there were teachers' pets in college, but apparently there is. And I watched Todd every day, and I said, I'm going to talk to Todd, see, because I'm from Detroit. I have a lot of deductive reasoning skills. I'm from Detroit. I may not do well on a standardized test, but if I see a Suburban coming with tinted windows doing 50 miles per hour, and the windows come down, and it start, and do 10, I know to run, right? Now, if you're in another neighborhood and somebody do that, you may not have to run. But in my neighborhood, that means run. Nobody has to say anything to me. I already know. We'll talk about it later. Eric, why did you run? I don't know. Why did you run? I don't really know. Right? So I watched Todd, and I got with Todd, and I said, Todd, where you from, Kansas? You're not from around here? Let me take you to get a meal. And we started talking and talking and talking. And Todd taught me the benchmarks. He said, Eric, you're the only African-American male in this class. Every time you come in, you sit in the back. I know you've never really been around other cultures, but when you sit in the back, it looks like the teacher's thinking that you're not engaged in the class. I need you to sit up front. He told me the benchmarks. He said, when you sit up front, do me a favor. You don't even have to read it if you don't want to read it, but do me a favor. As the teacher's walking, just look at him and just like, that's deep. He said, just shake your head. Just follow him the whole time in class, the whole hour and a half. You just watch him the whole hour and a half. And every now and then look at him like, wow. Brilliant. And so I sat up front, acting like I was taking notes. The words he was using big. I didn't know the word. I'm just, He said, Eric, you got to change your clothes. I didn't know any better. I'm from Detroit. I didn't know any better. I'm coming to class with the Malcolm X by any means necessary. I didn't know no better. I got Malcolm with the gun, looking through the window. I didn't know no better. He said, you might want to change that up a little bit. You can wear that, like put that outside, and when you get out of the class, you can put that back on. Right, so I changed that up, had the khakis, the shoes. I'm sitting up front. He said, also read his book. He wrote 2 books. Read his book. You don't have to read the whole thing. Just read a paragraph and then take a question, make a question out of it, and ask him the question in class. So I was like, all right, let me read his book. All right, pedagogy. All right, got it. Boom, ask the question. He's like, Mr. Thomas, brilliant. Meet me after school. I'm like, thank you, sir. Gave Todd my paper. Let Todd look at my paper. He said, Eric, here's mine. Use this as a model. Use that as a model, and I was good. The rest. Listen to me. I got a 3.5 out of the class. Listen to me. Know the benchmarks. Reach the benchmarks. And then finally, listen to me, young people. You got to set your own benchmarks.
Keep going and don't look back. And look forward from where you're at. There's some jealousy in your rear view. Wave hello, hello, hello. Push that pedal to the max. Count that money that's in your lap. There's some jealousy in your rear view. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody, they gonna sing this.